your smile. Now the sunshine brings the light. Fill me out with a flame. I will let you in this game. Take me out when I'm down. Cause with you I'm safe and sound. 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 I'm safe and sound.
Hadirin sekalian, di sini terdapat pengumuman. Sila ambil perhatian. Yang pertama, hadirin diminta untuk mematikan mikrofon dan kamera hadapan anda sepanjang majlis berlangsung bagi tujuan kelancaran sistem capaian dan mengelakkan sebarang masalah teknikal. Yang kedua, dimaklumkan bahawa anda diminta untuk membuka kamera bagi sesi bergambar yang akan diadakan pada akhir program nanti. Para hadirin yang dikasihi, majlis akan bermula sebentar lagi. Anda diminta untuk bersedia. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera dan salam UiTM di hatiku. Melati kuntum tumbuh melata, sayang merbah di pohon cemara. Assalamualaikum mulanya kata, saya sembah pembuka bicara. Sebelum saya bermula, ingin saya perkenalkan diri. Saya, Afiq Syahmi Ali bin Muhammad Salihuddin, merupakan moderator anda semua pada malam ini. Seperti yang anda semua maklum, pada malam ini kita akan mendengar perkongsian berkenaan Let's Ace-Signment, anjaran Diploma in Public Administration Club. Dengan ini, majlis kita akan dimulakan dengan alunan lagu Aspirasi Dipac.
Hari demi hari ku mempelajari pentingnya berbakti. Waktu demi waktu, hari demi hari ku mempelajari pentingnya berbakti kepada pertiwi.
Memajukan diri
Baiklah, majlis diikuti dengan bacaan doa yang akan dipimpin oleh saudara Amir Hakimuddin bin Rosli. Dipersilakan.
A'udzubillahi minasyaitonirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin wassalatu wassalamu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi washabihi ajmain. Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim, sesungguhnya kami berhimpun pada malam ini bagi menyatakan kesyukuran di atas kurniaan-Mu yang tidak ternilai. Engkau jadikanlah kami di kalangan hamba-hamba-Mu yang sentiasa bersyukur dengan nikmat yang sedikit, lebih-lebih lagi dengan nikmat yang melimpah ruah kepada kami. Ya Karim, Ya Wadud, Engkau berkati dan rahmatilah perjalanan majlis kami pada malam ini. Kurniakanlah kepada kami ilmu yang bermanfaat. Sinarilah hati-hati kami dengan taufik dan hidayah-Mu. Semoga dengannya kami mudah menerima, menghayati serta mengamalkannya. Allahumma ya Latif, jauhkanlah kami daripada wabak penyakit. Lindungilah kami daripada kebinasaan yang dahsyat. Dan peliharalah kami daripada segala penyakit yang berjangkit, taun dan bala bencana dengan ihsan-Mu ya Allah. Ya Allah, Ya Zal Jalali wal Ikram, kurniakanlah kepada kami kesihatan anggota, kecerdasan minda, ketenangan jiwa dan kekuatan semangat agar kami mampu melaksanakan tugas sebagai khalifah-Mu ya Allah. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina azabannar. Sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. Walhamdulillahirabbil alamin.
Amin, amin ya rabbal alamin. Terima kasih diucapkan kepada saudara Amir Hakimuddin atas pimpinan bacaan doa sebentar tadi. Baiklah, majlis diteruskan dengan menjemput Ketua Penasihat Program Dr. Asmida binti Lokman untuk menyampaikan sepatah dua kata. Silakan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening, everyone. It is again my pleasure to grace the Let's Ace-Signment for the February-August 2022 edition. So my sincere thanks to Dipac Exco for your hard work to organize this program. My appreciation to Madam Ezrin Yusof for her guidance in making the program happen. And also my appreciation for Madam Nur Ain for her sharing of knowledge and expertise to all of you. Okay, so this is a routine program that Dipac is organizing every semester, and it is aiming at assisting students to prepare assignment according to the guidelines. So the aim of this program, hopefully by Madam Nur Ain later on, sharing tips and tricks of you preparing your assignment, so it will shed some light onto how you are going to prepare your assignment later. So I hope that all of you will gain insights and know-how in how to produce a good assignment. So thank you again to Dipac for your effort in ensuring everyone get to join in a beneficial program. So this is a good month. So we are in the last 10 days of Ramadan. So let us offer our thanks and our gratitude and supplication to Allah. So may Allah answer every single one of your dua this Ramadan. And I hope Ramadan changes us and we come out of this month better all around. Okay? Either spiritually or mentally or emotionally. Ya Rab, heal our heart that is suffering in silence and break us free from everything that is breaking us, especially during this pandemic and also this setting of the ODL. Okay, so with that, I end my just a little bit of speech here. So I hand over to the moderator. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.
Waalaikumsalam. Terima kasih Dr. Asmida atas ucapan sebentar tadi. Baiklah, tanpa melengahkan masa, kita teruskan program malam ini dengan menjemput perkongsian daripada panel jemputan kita Puan Nur Ain binti Yaakob untuk memberikan segala informasi berkaitan penyediaan kerja khusus yang lengkap bersama format yang betul. Dengan itu, majlis mempersilakan.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alright. Thank you so much to the moderator and to all the committee members and especially our KPP, Dr. Asmina Luqman and Puan Nur Ezri Yusof. So tonight, I'm going to share with you all, especially first semester student, AM110, about how the best approach or technique that you must follow in doing a good assignment. All right. So let me share my slide first. All right. Do you see my slide?
Nampak, Madam?
Thank you. Alright, basically for tonight program is we are going to learn about what would be the best technique or what are the step and the thing that you must put and write down in your assignment in order to get better marks and higher marks for assignment, because assignment is one of the assessment in every subject. When you go through from semester 1 until semester 5, you need to do assignment as one of the assessment. Therefore, this is very crucial for you, very important in order for you to know what are the best way to make sure that you do the correct way to do an assignment. Alright, so before that, let me introduce myself. My name is Madam Nur Ain. Alright, so here are the purpose of this program. Actually, we would like to give all students, especially first semester students, a proper guideline for AM110 students to do assignment, especially for first semester students, because you don't have any experience, ideas, skills, or even knowledge. So today and tonight, I would like to share with you guys what would be the best way for you to do a good assignment to get a good mark. Okay, all right, so proper skills and methods on how to be a good presenter. Instead of we are discussing and about how to do a good assignment, I'm also like to share with you guys about how to be a good presenter, because when you do assignment, you will present the assignment, right? So that's why presentation is one another form of assessment that you must ensure that you get good marks. All right, and how to present the assignment project, and last one, to expose students regarding the dangers of plagiarism in academic writing as well as in assignment. All right, so next is this is basically what we are going to share tonight. What am I going to share with you tonight? How to do assignment, how to present, and also say no to plagiarism. Alright, basically, as you can see in this slide, this is the rubric. Okay, every semester, once right now you are semester 1. For next term, you are going to go through semester 2, semester 3, and every subject they have their own rubric. So rubric, every subject they has its own rubric with a different criteria. So here is the example I showed to you. Example of PAD 101 rubric, because you take this subject, all right? So this is easier for you to know how to follow this criteria in doing a better assignment, all right? So look at the first element or the first criteria that you must have is relevancy. So when you talk about relevancy, it's all about overall content, demonstrate the topics assigned. Okay, for example, student must choose one of the case study listed below. So there are several topics here, as you can see here. And the case study is related to current issue management, faced by public sector in Asia. Okay, so we have 3 topics here. The first thing first, you need to choose topic for your own group assignment, and usually you are being asked by the lecturer to form a group. Okay, then you choose one topic, then that will be your topic of assignment. Okay, next, what you have to do is step 1. You need to understand your assignment. Okay, before you start your assignment, you need to make sure you analyze the assignment or questions and understand what you have been asked to do. Okay, the question asks you how MOH, or we call as Ministry of Health, manage COVID-19 pandemic in Malaysia. So the question is very clear. They're asking you about the information on how MOH manage COVID-19. Okay, so you need to ask yourself and you look at the topic that have been assigned. What's the question about? Okay, what's the topic? Okay, and what does the question mean? And what do I have to do? Okay, so step 2, do your research, read the questions and take notes. Okay, next, research your topic and find relevant and reliable information. And next, you need to plan, divide tasks among group, and you need to start writing, draft assignment, ask the lecturer whether correct or not. And last one, you need to review and submit. All right. So basically, based on step 2, okay, do your research, read and take notes. What you have to do is you start to do research, find information. Later on, I will explain to you the sources of assignment, where you can get the sources of information for doing assignment, right? So doing research, you can get so many information from any sources available, especially from journal, article, from books, even lecture notes, okay, from internet, from website, okay. All right, so once you have the information, you need to plan, okay, research your topic and you need to plan, okay. For example, I'm going to do introduction. How about your another friend? Okay, you need to find the content, and the other one, another content, at least 4 content, right? So, and you need to do conclusion, for example. So once you have divided the task, you need to discuss again before you go to see your lecturer for a draft, all right? So once you discuss and come up with a draft, then you go to see the lecturer and ask for their recommendation and feedback, okay? Okay, this is what you have to do on the first step. All right, so next one is organization of writing. Okay, main points of the topic are summarized accurately and thoroughly and are organized in a logical way. And the content must include, number 1, introduction, of course. Okay, they must have front page. I will share to you the example of front page. They must have table of content. And the first thing you need to put is introduction. Introduction is overview about what is your assignment topic, what you want to discuss, the description about your topic, the problems, issues faced by the ministry just now. Okay, when, for example, right now we are discussing about COVID-19, right? When is COVID-19 happen? What is COVID-19? Why? And who is involved? And what will be the impact of COVID-19? So this one is overall content that you must put in the introduction, overview, because this overview is very important to make sure that you are able to explain what you are going to say for the next page, on which I mean here is the content. All right. So next is the main content. Okay. Next page. What is the content? Maybe planning stages. Okay. How MOH plan to manage COVID-19. Next content. It should be how MOH make decision, for example. All right. So next content, how MOH organize to manage COVID-19. So there are certain elements, and I believe that all of you have guideline in the scheme of work on how doing assignment. I mean, at each topic. All right. So as you can see in the slide just now, right now, discussion on the issues, policies, method, types, function, and so on. So the main content is very important because this is the important things that you want to discuss in the assignment. Okay. All right. So once you discuss all the content, you need to do conclusion. Okay. So conclusion basically is a summary of discussion, what you have read from introduction, the content, and you conclude, make suggestion and recommendation. Basically, in the conclusion, you must put suggestion or recommendation, if any, to manage the issue, discuss based on group understanding, observation on the issue. So this is overall ideas. You need to conclude what you have write down in the assignment and provide suggestion for improvement. Okay. So after you write down conclusion, you need to have references. Okay. Later on, I will explain to you what is references. And references is very important to show about the sources that you put in the assignment. Whatever you cite in the written assignment, you must put in the reference. So kita akan belajar lepas ni, later on. Okay, and next, you might have an appendix. Appendix is where you get all the table, the graph, or even the pictures from newspaper cutting. You can put at the back of the assignment, which is called as appendix. Okay, all right. So next is another element that you must have to ensure that you produce a good assignment is the content of knowledge. The content must be logic and sequentially organized, and opinion, ideas, and arguments are clearly present. So how? First, you need to state your ideas. This is very important. If you say that planning is the first content, you need to state the ideas of planning. What is planning? Define planning. Okay, so you can define planning to get the sources from many sources. For example, from books, textbook, from lecture notes, from journal, article, and so on. Okay, after you state your ideas, second one, you need to explain the ideas clearly and precise. How to explain the ideas? You need to elaborate. I will show you examples later on. Third, provide relevant example according to the topic discussed. For example, newspaper, okay, books, from article or any relevant sources. And lastly, you need to conclude the topics. Okay, here are the examples. Okay, example here, as you can see, the first objective of local government is national unity. So this is your state ideas. You need to state your ideas first. Okay, so explain the ideas. National unity can be defined as the acceptance of different group of people that comes from different types of culture and live together in peace and harmony. So this type of objective is basically important, especially for countries that have several races, so that these races can have the opportunity to feel their involvement in the country. So you explain again, from this, it encourages multiracial countries to be united and live in peace regardless their race and culture. Then you support your argument with examples. So where you can get this example? This one you can get from newspaper, from website, from journal, from article, and so on. So in here, for example, in Malaysia, there are several programs such as Gotong Royong to boost national unity among citizens. All right, very simple, and the organization of content is very good. Okay, so we look at the depth of content. So information is accurate and includes an explanation of key concepts and theories, as well as clear description of the result and importance of the result. Okay, in order for the lecturer to know about the depth of your content, we are looking at how strong you punya elaboration and examples. Okay, where do you get the content, which is there any newspaper cutting as an evidence for your arguments now? Is there any graph to show that the content is correct or reliable? Is there any statistic to prove? Okay, or is there any theory that support ideas just now? Or we can also look at the impact and results of the content that you have discussed. So this is the another criteria, which is to look at the depth of content, right? Okay, next, documentation, appearance, and layout. So this another criteria that's very important, because documentation, appearance of the assignment will show how good you are in doing assignment. Okay, report is original because no plagiarism. Kita akan belajar, we are going to learn after this what is plagiarism. Okay, the document must be neat, no grammar or spelling errors, writing style, font type must be according to the format. Okay, every subject, they have different format, so you need to follow exactly the format given by the lecturer. Okay, for example, report shall limit to not more than 10 pages, excluding references. So you need to follow this kind of rules and guidelines. Okay, Times New Roman 12 and 1.5 spacing. So it must be 1.5 spacing. You cannot put 2.0, cannot. Or Times New Roman 15, cannot. You must follow this format. Okay. Front cover should only contain UiTM logo, name of the faculty, program, subject code, name and class group, title, your title of topic of assignment, group member's name, and your metric number, and also lecturer's name. And last one is the date of submission. Okay. And last one, you need to cite all sources that you have and quotation used in text by using APA format. Okay. We are going to learn after this what is APA format. Alright, so this one is, I explained just now. Okay, this is the example of front page that you can use for your reference. They must have a UiTM logo, the name of the faculty, the name of the subject, okay, code, class, submission date, prepared to your lecturer's name, and prepared by whom? What is your group member's name and metric number? Okay, and date. Okay, submission date. All right. So next is, all right, sources of written assignment. So here are all the sources that you can get all the information required in the assignment. Number one, you can go through searching from books. A lot of books. If you talk about management books, in library we have so much management books. You can use any management books. Okay. You can also e-book. Right now we are actually digitalized. Everything is online. You can also use e-book as the references. Okay. Newspaper article. This one pun another sources that you can get from Berita Harian, from New Straits Times, okay, and other sources of newspaper. Interview or questionnaire. Okay, this one usually if you want to write down a report, final year report, your research, later on during your part 5, you are going to do some sort of data collection. To get the data, you can get it from interview or even questionnaire. Okay, next you can get it from journal. Journal you can find from our database, PITAR. Okay, there are a lot of journal. The ProQuest, the Emerald, okay, and so many journal database. Social media, okay, and lecture notes, and last one is the government report. So here are all the sources of written assignment that you can get it and make sure that it is reliable. Okay. Okay, when you look at this slide, I give you comparison too, which is the left side is good one, and on my right side is poor. Okay, when you look at the structure of the assignment here, okay. Okay, when you look at the structure of assignment here, is different with the other one, the right side, because at the right side, poor. Okay. The description of the problem issue faced by ministry, there is a bullet form here which is not applicable in written assignment. Written assignment it must be a safe form. You cannot use bullet form or point form. It must be in a say. And as you look at this poor assignment, there is no citation at all. Where do you get the information? If you took the information from website, you need to cite website. If you took it from journal or article, you need to put down the author's name, years. This is very important because if you do not cite whatever information you get, you need to say you copies others' works, which is we call as plagiarize, which is wrong and not applicable in education. Okay? Alright, so here are the things very poor because they just mentioned what are the problems and titik dua kat situ, which is supposedly not a good format for assignment, which is wrong. You need to follow on my left side here, very proper with citation and with a very paragraph. Put each point in a particular paragraph.
Sorry, Puan Ai, may I interrupt?
Yes, sure.
Can you make the slide bigger so that it is can be seen more clearly?
Oh, okay. Sorry. Thank you, Dr. Asminda.
Maybe you can use the reading view.
Oh, okay, reading view.
Thank you, Puan Ai.
Okay. Okay. All right. Here are the poor assignment on my right side and the left side is good assignment. So as you can see, very clear the structure of assignment on my right side is not really well organized. They do the assignment or it's not doing in a safe form. They do in a bullet form, point form, which is not correct format for assignment. And there is no citation at all. So meaning to say you are copies others' work. This is considered as plagiarized. But as you can see on my left side, very good, very organized site, all the information that they get, and they do it in a C. All right. So you need to follow the left one and not the right one. Okay. All right. So common mistake in written assignment, in doing written assignment, here are all the mistakes that usually happen among students. Number one, they are not reading the question properly. Of course, they are not understand the topic. For example, the question asks you discuss how MOH manage COVID-19 just now, but you are actually discussing about how MOH not manage COVID-19. You are discussing about COVID-19, but you are not discussing about how MOH manage COVID-19. Most of students, they nampak COVID-19, they are just focusing on what is COVID-19, but they are not relate on how MOH manage COVID-19. The question asks you how MOH manage COVID-19, but most of students, they discuss only what is COVID-19, why COVID-19, but they are not relate with MOH. That meaning to say that you are not read the question properly. And this is usually happen. Okay. And you did not refer the lecturer and you just submit your assignment. So out of 25 marks, maybe you will be able to get less than 10 because the content is wrong. You did not answer the question, the topic as required in the topic of assignment. Okay, second one is writing too much or too little. Okay, when you write too much, there is something that not reliable to be put in the assignment, which is not important to be put in assignment. Then it become not suitable to be put in assignment. Then it become no marks will be given because too much things and too little also will let you to get lower marks because no support evidence, no example maybe, or too little of information. Okay, So not using proper grammar and spelling. This is very important. You need to make sure you have a good proper grammar and spelling, because in rubric, they have one of the criteria, they look at your grammar and spelling. Okay? And citing sources incorrectly. You do not cite the sources incorrectly. If you get the information from books, you cite the information by using journal article punya style, which is wrong. If you get the information from website but using approach of from textbook, which is wrong. You need to follow the correct way how to cite the information. Okay, including irrelevant information. You put something that irrelevant. If the question asks you about COVID-19, but you put another information about the government, for example, which is not related. If the question asks you planning, but you put controlling, you put in the same paragraph, you actually discuss about planning, but you masukkan sekali organizing, decision making. So we need to say the organization of assignment is not good. Okay, plagiarize. In this one I mentioned just now, when you copy and paste other person punya work without citing, you actually plagiarize. And last one, not using library or online resources for research. Yes, this one basically from database lah. You need to always go for library and searching for article, journal, okay, for your source of information. Okay. Alright, for next phase, how to present, how to be a good presenter. Instead of you're doing assignment, you need to be a good presenter. Okay, so how to be a good presenter? Number one, show your passion and connect with audience. Usually, if in online right now, how to convince your audience is actually you need to be confident. Show that you are very understand about the topic that you present. Make sure that the audience are eager to know what you want to present today. Show your passion and to say you know everything about the topic. Ask me anything, I know. Alright? And connect with audience. Ask audience, do you understand? I will explain. Okay? If you don't understand, I will explain. Or if you understand, I will ask you back. So this connection is very important to make sure that the audience maintain and look at you from start until finish. Okay, next. Focus on your audience needs. Yes, if your audience need rest, for example, you talk for a longer time without break, okay, let them, we have a break, 5-minute breaks, okay, and we continue, all right? You need to look at audience need, okay? For example, if audience can see your slide, okay, then you need to ask, do you see my slide? Do you hear me? So you need to always ask for audience need, okay? Smile and make eye contact with audience. Always smile, and eye contact is very important. Even though online, you need to make sure that they are always looking at you. Imagine that they are looking at you, all right? And use your voice effectively. Effectively means if there's something is very important, that you need to use louder voice to make sure that this is very important. Remember, bear in your mind. That's why lecturer usually, the important thing, they will highlight the thing, they will higher the tone to make sure that you are remember. Okay, relax, breathe, enjoy. So in doing a presentation, you need to relax, okay, and enjoy presentation. Whether your audience is like it or not, it doesn't matter as long as you enjoy and you make sure that your audience understand and interaction with audience is also very important. Okay. All right. So here are the rubric for presentation skill. This is the example I took from PAD 101 also. Different code or different subject, they have their own rubric. But this is the example criteria they are looking at. Okay. Number one is presentation skills. Every member demonstrates clear oral explanation, good rapport with audience, always interact with audience, make sure audience understand, okay? Use correct grammar, very confident, inspire them, interesting means to say at the end of assignment, you can do didn't answer my question, I give you present. This is how to make your presentation very interesting. Not only student, lecturers also will enjoy your presentation, and maybe they will add you some additional mark for your effort. Okay, this is very important to make presentation very interesting. Okay, and respond to them effectively. Whatever question they ask, try to answer. Let's say like you don't have any idea about the question student asks you, it's okay. Take your time, think, and discuss with your members. Okay, and come up with a good response. Okay, next one is relevancy of the question. So the content must meet question requirement. Okay, content same goes like assignment just now. But approach to questions such as introduction, illustration, discussion is logic and sequentially organized, which is very organized, and arguments are clearly presented, and teamwork. Okay, in presentation, teamwork is very important. Personal appearance, about your appearance is very important. Jangan you pakai baju tidur, for example, kelas malam, you pakai baju tidur. It's not proper. Presentation, you need to wear blazer, wear a proper clothes, and make sure that you're confident in delivering whatever you want to present. Okay, make sure every member, not only you, but ask your members also, please appropriately dressed, well groomed, well organized. Demonstrate, ada tu pakai baju warna biru, semua biru sama, merah semua merah sama. So this is show your effort, your cooperation among your teamwork. Okay. Alright, instead of looking at how to present just now, okay, so next is creativity of visual presentation. Okay, we are actually right now online teaching. So actually it's one of the benefit for you to come up with a very interesting layout, very interesting apps to present with the lecturers. And I believe that some of my students, they have done so much effort in come up with very interesting and cute, not only cute, interesting, informative, and a good effort. I might say that they produce a good presentation slide. Okay, they're using apps from YouTube, and they come up with the point form in the PowerPoint, and the layout are very nice, very easy for me to see, very interesting, and very good effort I might say for them. Alright, as you can see at the first picture here are Fortune. Fortune is another app you can use for assignment. Okay, next one you can use interactive presentation, and this another one is poster presentation, but it depends on your subject. Some subject require you to do poster, some subject require you to do PowerPoint, some subject require you to do interactive video. Okay, for interactive video, you need to do something that interactive lah, not only simple PowerPoint. So this is what I mean. Okay. Alright, so we move to another, which is the last session of this talk tonight. Okay, say no to plagiarism. This is very important thing when you are write an assignment. What is plagiarism? Okay, plagiarism is presenting someone else's work or ideas as your own, with or without their consent, by incorporating it into your work without full acknowledgement. Just like you copy and paste. This is what usually happens among students. You do last minute task, last minute job. You don't have so much time, so you just Google, you copy and paste, without paraphrase. Because in assignment, you can put another ideas, but you need to paraphrase. Paraphrase meaning to say you reword or restructure the words, do some adjustment. Okay, so how to avoid plagiarism? Paraphrase or quote from your sources and add your own ideas. Okay, example, he needs to throw a lot of things. This is the original. Okay, how to paraphrase? He has a lot of stuff to get rid of. Nampak tak dia punya beza? You change the structure of statement here. but the meaning of the statement is same. You just change the structure. Okay, second one, original, every year thousands of tourists visit Niagara Falls. But you paraphrase atau rephrase the words, Niagara Falls is visited by thousands of people every year. Alright, so this is what we call as paraphrase, and at the end of the sentence you need to cite. Later on kita akan belajar how to do citation. Okay. Alright, so credit the original author in an in-text citation and reference list. For example, citation. Okay, this is the example how you to do a citation. Quality can be set forth as a dynamic state associated with products, services, people, and environment that needs to exceed customer expectation. So you need to put in a bracket the authors and year. Okay. Example of references. Whatever you cite in the assignment, okay, in the written assignment, you need to make sure that this particular thing must be put in the reference at the end of your written assignment, at the back of your written assignment, which is write down the name that you put in the citation, right? George Davis, L. Davis, Stanley B, 2015, in bracket, and the name of the books, okay, and introduction to total quality, edition, okay, which edition, and the publisher, okay. The publisher you can see in front of the book, okay. Alright, so quotation, instead of you rephrase or you paraphrase or you restructure or you rewords, you can do quotation. When a quotation is always used, include the author, year, and page number with the quotation. So quotation of fewer than 40 words is incorporated into the paper. For example, if the quotation quotes less than 40 words, you must use this kind of example. For example, patients receiving prayer had less congestive heart failure, required less diuretic and antibiotic therapy, fewer episodes, pneumonia, and were less frequently intubated and ventilated. So in bracket, write down the name of the author, years, and page. Okay, page number. So close the bracket and full stop. Okay, this is quote means you take the original statement from the author. And then you must put like this as an example. Tadi rephrase tadi, you change the structure of the statement. But quotes means you took exactly from the author. Okay, usually you use this kind of method, quotation, if the statement is very good and very nice to be shared, and you use this kind of quotation. Okay. Alright, next, a quotation is more than 40 words. That's one, just now is less than 40 words, but here is the example. If it is more than 40 words, it should appear in a block format, which each line indented 5 spaces from the left margin in the same position as the new paragraph. Example of block quotation. Okay, as you can see below this, Jones 1993 study found the following. Students often had difficulty using APA style, especially citing sources. This difficulty could be attributed to the fact that many students fail to purchase the text page. So as you look at the size of the statement here, like a block. That's why they call it as a block quotation, block format. Okay. All right, we go to references. References are alphabetized using surname or the first author. If you have more than one article by the same author, list them in order by the year of publication, starting with the earliest. Let's say that you have a similar name with a different year. You need to put the earliest year in the earliest you need to list them according to the earliest year. Okay. A hanging indent is used. This means the first line is slash left and the second line is indented, 7 spaces or a half inch. Okay, alright, so use plagiarism checker before you submit. And okay, macam UiTM kita ada, we have original. Kita guna original. Okay, so before this we use, but right now kita guna system original. So you can use this original to detect the percentage of similarities in the report. So that once, let's say your similarities is more than 30%, so you need to make sure you do correction before submit the assignment. Okay, here are the example. Okay, as I mentioned just now, APA means American Psychological Association. UiTM, you use this kind of APA referencing system. Okay, this I give you example. If you took it from book, you must follow this kind of how to do references. Okay, the first thing first, you need to put author's name. Okay, surname must be in front. Okay, and this one is 2 authors. Okay, and after that, you need to put years in a bracket, full stop, title of the book. Okay, personality, theory and research, edition. Okay, edition and publisher. Alright, this is the example of book. And followed by this one, Norja A, Zafaran H, Rabia A W, and Ruhaya MH 2014. The name of the book is Principle of Management, second edition, and the publisher is Oxford Fajar Selangor, and this is number of ISBN. And usually, and in front of the book, they have this number of ISBN. Okay, Robbins, SP, Dicenzo, DA, Kotler, M, 2017. Fundamentals is the title of the book, edition, and also publisher and ISBN number. Okay. Alright, so we move to this APA referencing system for journal article. Okay, so the author's name, the surname must be in front. Okay, and the year 2016, full stop, and article title, and journal article where the name of the journal, for example, primary healthcare. Right, so volume 26, issue 8 must be in clause here, in bracket, and page. The information you get from page, from starting from what page until what page, top, and DOI. This number usually provided in the journal. Okay. Alright, so here are the example, the references you can get from journal. As you can see here, the author name, okay, article name, and journal name here. We have page, okay, and DOI number. Okay. Alright, so we move to this APA site, article from a news website with no author. Let's say you find the information, but there is no author. So what you have to do is, you look at the title of the article first. It must be the first thing you need to put the title of the article, full stop, doing bracket, year, what year, and month, and also day. Okay, close bracket and full stop, and the name of the newspaper, for example, the news review. Okay, and last one, the URL. Okay, this one is for website with no author. Let's see. Okay, so APA referencing basic in text citation. This one citation, just now is reference, this one is citation. Okay, in text citation are citation within the main body of the text and refer to direct quote or paraphrase. They correspond to a reference in the main reference list. This citation includes the name of the author and the date of publication only. Okay, as you look at previously, the references are very detailed. Name of the journal, the title, year, okay, and the page number, volume, issue. But citation, they are very simple. They just put author name and in bracket year. And usually this one you need to put at the end of the in your written assignment. Let's say you mentioned management is all about planning, organizing, leading and controlling. So put citation at the end of the statement. Where do you get this? Then the citation that you put in the written assignment must put at the end in the references. So references ni detail lagi apa yang tulis dekat depan tadi. Okay? Alright, so you can put it either in front or at the back. So if you put the name of author in front, it will be like this: Michelle bracket 2017 states that what. Okay? Or if you put it at the back of the statement, it should be like this: Michelle, comma, and 2017, close bracket and full stop. Okay. Alright, if you have two authors, okay, so the surname of both authors is stated with either N or an ampersand between. For example, Michelle and Smith 2017, state your ideas, or you cite at the end of the statement. Okay, it must be like this. Okay, if you have 3, 4 or 5 authors, more than 2, so for the first side, all names should be listed. Let's say you use this article or journal at the first paragraph. So at the next point, that next content or next element, you use this kind of journal also, and you want to cite the same authors. All you have to do is, okay, the first thing here I mentioned first, okay, Michelle Smith, you need to write down all, okay, state this one, and or at the end of the statement, you need to put in bracket. Okay, for the next content, for example, you use the same journal and the same author, you don't have to mention all, but you just write Michelle et al. 2017. Okay, so et al. Ni means all the members ni lah. Kita apa shortkan dia. Tak perlulah nak tulis panjang-panjang macam kita dah cite at the first just now. Okay, so an essay in APA style, you must have this: introduction, your thesis statement, outline of your essay, the body, which is your argument, your to answer the question. It is discussed that blah blah blah. Alright, planning is all about what? You must cite all the information you get. Okay, conclusion, summary of the answer. So reference list. Okay, whatever you cite here in the body ni, you must put in the reference list at the below here, which is the back of your punya assignment. Alright, so here are the parenthetical reference, refers to reference list. Okay, so now what we are doing is to practice how to do. Suppose you want to use a web page about Hamilton Zoo as the reference for your essay. So what are the 4 reference elements? Okay, here are the website. Okay, example, you open your Google or whatsoever. Web page title is always on the top bar of your browser. Okay, Hamilton Zoo is a web page title. Okay, next, the URL publication information is in the address bar here, http://www.hamiltonzoo.co.nz. Okay, this is the URL publication information. Okay, next, if you cannot find the author's name, publication date, scroll down the browser, cari dekat bawah. Kadang-kadang dia tak letak kat atas, dia letak kat bawah. Okay, so you dah scroll ke bawah, then at the bottom of the web page, you normally find the copyright information. They have the author here is the Hamilton City Council, and publication date, which is 2001. Okay, so otherwise, go to the home page of the website and or find link about me or about this. You can also get the information about the author from this. Okay, alright, so write in order. Once you get all the information, you list down the name of the author just now, Hamilton City Council. Okay, and Hamilton Zoo. Date 2001. Title Hamilton Zoo. Publication URL yang you dah dapat tadi tu, and this one Hamilton, and then you come up with Hamilton City Council, the name, the author, the year 2001, and the name of the website just now. Retrieve when you retrieve the information, you must put the date, year, and from website. Okay. Alright. So this is how you do references. Okay. Reference sample in journal. If you get it from journal, you must put the surname here and titik, comma, full stop, comma, and the name of other authors same, and you need to put the year in bracket. Okay, so the name, the title of the journal, body language of women, okay, and types journal, the journal name, okay, Journal of Applied Social Psychology. Alright, same yang tadi lah. Okay, it must be the volume, issue, and page. Alright, so the name of the author here, same. Okay, and you can see these are all the example that you can use. And also example yang I bagi just now, how to do reference from journal. Okay, so this is for book. For if you have single author, you can just write the reference like this, the surname, include year, the name of the books, and also the publisher. The method lah sama. Ni examples yang lain saya bagi. Another example that you can use. Okay, the name or the surname, the year, the name of the book, and also the publisher, and the surname here, year, the name of the book, and also publisher. Okay. Alright, so books 2 to 6 authors, cite all authors. Okay, so we have 3 authors here. You need to put all the authors' name, okay, at references. Bracket year, the name of the books, okay, and the publisher. Okay, books more than 6. If more than 6, cite the first 6 followed by at all. Same tadi saya cakap, inilah another example that you can use. Okay, newspaper, the name of the author, years, and the date. Okay, HIV prevention pill goes beyond morning after. This is title of the newspaper, and the name of the newspaper, page. Okay, new exam for doctor, year, March, 15 March, the name of the newspaper and page. Okay, page number. Okay, website. Okay, this example that you can get information from website, for example, MOH. Okay, years 2020, sorry, for example, 2020. Available online, available at URL. You need to paste the URL and put in bracket access on when you access the information. Put the date here. Okay, same goes here. National House Buyers Association, put in bracket 2001. Write down the title of the information you get from website, and URL, and also access date, and also URL link. Okay. Alright. So cheating and plagiarism, for the first offense, the student will receive a failing grade on the assignment. Okay, you are possible to fail is very high, and the lecturer will contact the parent and document the incident by writing a referral and filling with the KP. No additional action will be taken. For the second cheating or plagiarism offense, the student will immediately refer to KP for appropriate discipline, and student will receive F for the course. So don't take it easy, okay? If you try to cheat or try to copy and paste your work, you will face this kind of situation. Okay. Alright, so remind, don't leave it until the last minute. Don't do work last minute. Work is actually, you are actually trying to do a lot of mistakes. Okay, that's why preparation draft is very important. Refer to lecturer, ask them if you don't understand. Okay, choose a subject which is appropriate. Assignment questions are narrowly defined. What is the scope of assignment? Okay, structure your assignment. Make sure you follow the format. They must have title page, content. They must have introduction. They must fulfill all the content that you must answer to the topic just now. Do analysis. Find so much information, sources, and conclusion. Give recommendation, suggestion, and you need to make sure you write down references in whatever citation you do in the report. Okay. Alright, so every statement must be supported with evidence, and that's why we call it as evidence-based. Okay, so that's all for today. Alright, so is there any question? I leave it to moderator.
Baiklah, Alhamdulillah, sungguh menarik perkongsian yang disampaikan oleh Puan Nur Ain binti Yaakob. Banyak input bermanfaat yang boleh kita ambil dan guna untuk menyediakan kertas kerja yang lengkap mengikut format yang terkini dan juga tepat. Semoga ianya bermanfaat kepada kita semua. Dengan ini, saya mengingatkan kepada semua pelajar yang ada untuk mengisi kehadiran serta borang maklum balas yang akan diberikan di ruang komen YouTube. Seterusnya, marilah kita mulakan sesi soal jawab bersama panel jemputan kita. Bagi sesiapa yang mempunyai persoalan, boleh mengemukakan soalan anda di ruangan komen yang tertera di skrin peranti anda. Baiklah, Madam, ada satu soalan daripada pelajar. Boleh saya bacakan ke Madam?
Boleh. Sure.
Okay. So, pada pandangan Madam, macam mana untuk kita membuat assignment yang baik dengan erti kata lain untuk dapatkan markah assignment yang tinggi? Adakah perlu banyak korespon dengan lecturer subjek berikut?
Yes, you need to always ask the lecturer. That's why, as I mentioned just now, you need to do a draft. A draft is very important to make sure that whatever you do is incorrect and you answer the relevant topic that has been given to you. So that you tak buang masa lah, kan? You dah buat assignment, banyak-banyak cari information, at the end of the day, lecturer reject because you tak answer the topic correctly. So out of 25, you rugi macam tu je. That's why in whatever you do, in whatever topic that you choose as an assignment, ask lecturer first. Is it correct if we do like this? This is our draft. This is our introduction. This is our content. Is it answering the topic? Is it answering my assignment topic? So you take all the feedback from the lecturer, then go search the information. Okay, so draft is very important. Okay, because some student ni they confident yang dia buat betul, but actually wrong. So please ask and do draft, see your lecturer, ask them whether correct or not. Okay, to prevent from lower marks of your written assignment. Okay, thank you.
Alright, Madam. Kita teruskan dengan soalan yang kedua. Bolehkah kita sebagai pelajar percaya dengan sumber-sumber yang ada di internet ataupun ada berlaku perolahan yang kita perlu buat untuk masukkan dalam assignment?
Okay, that's why I mentioned just now the sources of written assignment. I put in a slide. Okay, it must be from journal, article, from a relevant website, okay, and from what else? From relevant website, from books, from lecture notes. When you get the information at the relevant sources, and when indirectly, the information that you get is relevant. Okay, you cannot get any information from blog. Blog cannot, because blog is the people ideas, people sharing experience and ideas. So you cannot use information from blog. You can use information, the relevant, you can use from any article, journal, then you can get this from library. Okay, dia ada database and swipe untuk you cari. If the topic is all about management, you search management. And there are so many journal article about management. And you can get the information from that relevant article according to the topic. Okay? Alright, thank you.
Alright, thank you, Madam. Dan lagi satu, how is it, adakah pembagian kerja daripada segi dengan rakan-rakan pelajar yang lain penting dalam menyiapkan group assignment?
Yes, of course. Because it's a group task. We don't want a free rider in a group. So you need to make sure you allocate the task effectively. Make sure everybody has their own job. And it doesn't mean that you buat planning, you tak tahu pasal planning. Another geng-geng yang lain atau group members yang lain, contohlah, let's say lah, ini isu yang selalu berlaku, student present, some of my members is not well, sick during presentation. So I cannot present her part or his part because I did not do dia punya part, which is wrong. This is teamwork task. Everybody must know everything about you punya topic of assignment yang you nak present. Don't say that you do planning, you the only one know about planning. I don't know about planning. I know only organizing. Planning I don't know because I don't do that part, which is wrong. If you say teamwork, you need to say everybody must know everything about your punya assignment. So don't blame each other, pinpointing each other, because this is very important. This is usually the benda yang selalu berlaku, kerap berlaku because of student tak nak present because of this is not my part, this is my friend's part. So I tak boleh nak present, cannot. So please bear in your mind from first semester to the student, you need to make sure you know whether you tak present yang tu, you kena tahu everything about the assignment. Okay? Alright.
Okay, alright madam. Thank you. And lagi satu mungkin bagi pelajar semester 1 juga, dan mungkin masalah ni dihadapi oleh pelajar-pelajar mungkinlah sampai ke semester 5 kan. Terma writer's block ni. Sebab usually dalam written assignment ni, kita dalam satu topik ataupun dalam satu kajian yang kita buat, kita perlu buat huraian kan madam kan. Dan selalunya rujukan yang kita dapat daripada internet ataupun daripada buku-buku, daripada slides yang telah diberikan oleh lecturer, kita integratekan benda tu dalam assignment kita. Jadi adakah daripada segi paraphrase sahaja sudah kira cukup ataupun perlu tambah huraian daripada sendiri?
Perlu
daripada
tambah
diri
huraian.
sendiri?
Perlu tambah huraian. Whatever you rephrase from the information you get from books, from journal, from articles, website, is actually supportive arguments, support you punya evidence, support you punya argument with evidence to support you punya statement tadi. For example, let's say lah you say management is all about planning kan, you dah website, okay, you explain lah management is important in order to make sure that organisation use the resources effectively, for example. So it can be supported, okay, from contohlah Abdul Rahim 2017 said that management is crucial lah. You kena support, you kena explain, then you support argument. That's why you need to do a lot of research and the data to support you punya statement. Okay, whatever you find out the information from article journal, you need to elaborate it more and you need to justify it. Okay, bukan just you paraphrase then you full stop, that's all. No, you can explain more and put another information from another journal article to support another argument. Itulah cara you buat assignment. Okay, assignment ataupun later on you akan buat you punya FYP kan, research. This is how you do discussion dalam essay. Okay?
Okay, madam. Macam mana kalau kita dah paraphrase tu tapi they still consider sebagai plagiat? Sebab sometimes on certain issue tu, contoh public policy kan, kita ada banyak website, banyak journal yang telah bincangkan tentang isu tu. So no matter how much we rephrase it, benda tu still kira plagiarism sebab berkemungkinan a certain ayat tu sama. Macam mana tu madam?
You boleh buat quotation tadi, quotation. You take the real definition from the books or website or whatever you get, then you do lah citation as quotation tadi, without rephrase. And usually kalau kita rephrase, that's why I mentioned that rephrase you need to support with your own ideas and arguments about the statement. So benda tu dia tak adalah exactly you ambil copy and paste. Sebab student ni kadang-kadang dia Google, dia copy and paste exactly masuk dalam tu. That's why dia punya percentage similarity index tinggi. Memang exactly benda tu dalam artikel. Kalau you rephrase, selalunya the possibility of higher similarity index tu very low lah. Jarang berlaku because of you rephrase. Okay? Alright?
Alright, thank you madam. Jadinya berakhirnya dengan soalan terakhir tadi, maka berakhirlah juga program kita pada malam ini. Majlis ingin mengucapkan jutaan terima kasih kepada panel jemputan Puan Nur Ain binti Yaakob kerana sudi memberi perkongsian yang penuh dengan input yang bermanfaat kepada kita semua dan terutamanya bagi pelajar semester 1. Baiklah, sebelum kita bersurai, marilah kita semua bergambar terlebih dahulu. Kepada yang boleh membuka kamera, diminta untuk membuka kamera. Okey, baiklah. Semua diminta untuk bersedia dengan kiraan 1, 2, 3. Lagi satu gambar formal, 1, 2, 3. Dan gambar terakhir secara bebas. Okey, baiklah. Terima kasih diucapkan kepada panel jemputan Puan Nur Ain binti Yaakob, kepada penasihat program Madam Nur Izrin dan juga kepada Ketua Penasihat Program Dr. Asmida Lokman kerana telah meluangkan masa dalam menyertai program kita pada malam ini. Majlis mengucapkan jutaan terima kasih juga kepada pelajar yang telah terlibat di dalam program ini di ruangan YouTube Live. Wabillahi taufiq wa hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Para hadirin boleh bersurai.
Thank you everyone.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Doktor.
Everyone.
Thank you, Doktor.
Hai, terima kasih.
Now the sunshine brings the light.
Fill me out
with a flame. I will let you in this game.
Nice.